Hey everybody, welcome to My Bike Thing, your destination to begin your hand-built cycling adventures. My name is Paul and I am here to help if you need me. Please leave a comment. Let me know if you have any questions about this frame and or any information that I might have missed. It's just a gorgeous frame. This is the Kestrel one-piece graphite 200 psi frame with the EMS Pro fork. And both of these really come at a time where US cycling manufacturing was on the cornerstone of a record change. So this frame was actually designed in the early 1990s, roughly 91, 92, was when the first 200 psi came out. And they produced this frame for almost a decade. And it's really an innovative frame design that was really hard to match, and even by today's standards, it's hard to beat. A couple of interesting things to note is the internal cable routing keeps the cables out of the wind and also really makes a clean aesthetic look. It's a one-piece carbon design that not only has the racing characteristics of other frames in its genre, but it's also very comfortable and very smooth ride and very, very responsive. A couple of things that make the ride smooth that we overlook a lot of times is that really unique seat stay and how it drops below that top tube. And that was designed to not only increase the strength of the frame, because whenever you have tubes joining at the same junction, you have stresses at that point. So they lowered that down. And that also provides more dampening characteristics by not having the road vibration right at your tailbone. And then also taking a look at that bottom bracket and how hugely built up it is. This is a very, very stiff bottom bracket, which is designed for acceleration, responsiveness, and hill climbing. Really, really incredible design. And that's a strong bottom bracket and a stiff bottom end. Even during the same time, the early 1990s, the EMS Pro fork came out, which was where they were building high-end carbon forks in Massachusetts, I believe. The threaded steel steerer and the carbon fiber bottom to add increased supple ride characteristics. And this frame, it does include the braze-on mount. I've got that pictured there. The condition of the frame, we'll briefly go over that because there's not a whole heck of a lot to talk about. It's in great shape. The paint is in excellent condition. The decals are incredible. I mean, this frame practically looks new. And based on its serial number and some of the features of the frame, I'm dating this at around 2002. One of the things they modified was the cable routing for the front and rear derailleur is brazed on, and it fully seals the cable itself. Some of the older frames just had a hook and loop feature, and this one actually has the protected cable. Let's flip it around. So if I haven't mentioned this before, the frame was built in Santa Cruz, California. This was later in its development when they transitioned the frame manufacturing from Japan, which were their earlier frames, to the Santa Cruz factory later in the early 2000s. The rear stays are braze-on, the front derailleur is braze-on, and again, that massive bottom bracket buildup, pretty impressive stuff. And then this Obsidian black, just a dark and looming frame when you're on the road. This is definitely going to turn some heads. You're going to get a lot of questions, and it's just a really sexy frame. So, tailwinds.